Hey, good people, how you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I'm still traveling and trading. If you're new to the page, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell. And for those of you that's been rolling with me for a while, hit the hit the like button. Okay? Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. All right? And please do not fall for any spam. I will never talk about a broker or WhatsApp or ask you to send money or crypto anywhere, right? It's spam on any platform. Let's talk about a few stock that I want to cover today. As we know, crypto is still doing well. Actually, all crypto is still holding its own. But this morning I made a video about Disney, and Disney had a great earnings. Disney did very well. There was a lot of media. Some were saying, oh, watch out, look out for Netflix. And, it was one of those things that you just don't know. Like Netflix, no one could have predicted Netflix would have tanked like it did. No one could have predicted Facebook would have tanked as much as it did. So what we did was I put that video out early so we could be prepared, all right? Remember, we not scared, we prepared. All right, so I got this ring light. I apologize if you're getting some reflection. So I'm trying to do this thing while, keep you guys fed while I'm traveling. But let's look at a few things here. All right, so let's look at Disney and what happened to Disney. Okay, I'm getting all these pop-ups. Sorry about that. All right, so if we go to the month, we see that Disney was up, and then it went back down. Of course, now it's making its way back up. Good earnings. And let me just go right here. Let's look at what Disney did. So Disney was up 3.33% today, which was a really, really good move based on their good news. But look at what happened after hours. It went up almost an extra 6.64%. All right, that's how much it did run up. All right, another $9 after hours, so $4.75 during trading hours, and another $9.78 after trading hours. And that's why I suggest that you just click the link below and download the Webull app. So for those of you that live in the East Coast, you could trade from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Put some money in there, as little as $1, and you're going to get 3 free stock worth up to $3,300. But listen to this, good people. Let's see what the Wall Street analysts say about it in the next 12 months. The Wall Street analysts, if you go to all analysts, here you got 15 buys, 17 holds, no sales, right? But if I go to the top analysts, we got 11 buys, 6 holds, and 0 sales. So what they're saying is in the next 12 months, Disney could be up 33%. That's the average, right? On the low, they're saying 165. That's not going to happen, all right? When is Disney going to be hot and up? In the summertime when the parks are fully open, right? But the high is 229. I believe that we will definitely hit the 195. I believe we will be 197 to $2. I actually believe we'll hit the $2 mark. This is me personally by this summer. That's why I did some call options, all right? And so that's what I believe. So if you want this, I have the ultimate package. There's a link below for tip ranks. Download it and look at whatever package works for you. So I was so bullish on Disney that I literally was prepared, as you saw in my video this morning, to buy more if it dipped. Why would you buy more Disney? Okay, this is why I would buy more Disney if I could find this. Okay, so I was going to buy more Disney because Disney is a company with many legs. It's just not streaming, though their streaming was up. Look at all of the things, the parks. Look at all of the things that Disney is in. I don't want to go over the whole gamut, but look at all the many ways Disney Plus owning all these other media outlets. Just look at all the other streams that Disney have that Netflix does not have. Netflix just have streaming, okay? And so that's why I'm bullish on Disney, long term even, all right? So let's look at two other companies, right? I'm going to look at Facebook, and I'm going to also look at Google, okay? And because a lot of people are asking about these two companies, right? Which would be better? So I had this discussion today with a friend of mine. Hey, should we buy Facebook or Google? Because, they're both are, big FANG companies. And these are some strong, growth stocks. These are FANG, all right? And these are solid companies that are not going anywhere, right? So let's look at this. So if we look at Meta, Facebook, and I'm going to call this Meta versus Google, all right? So would I buy Meta or would I buy Google? Let's look at Facebook. Let's see what it is doing. So in the last 5 days, as you guys are well aware, it tanked. Over the last month, it tanked, right? I'm telling you that I'm not thinking about getting any Facebook until it gets under $2. 197, 198, that's where I would even begin to get into Facebook. It's a falling knife. The technicals may show support, but I just believe there's a falling knife. Here's why. Facebook, the only thing they have is Facebook, okay? You guys remember when Facebook IPO'd, right? This was a company that had millions and millions of users, but they had no revenue, right? So now, how do Facebook make their money? Through ads. So what is Facebook losing? Ad revenue. Where are they going? They're going over to Google. You guys see where I'm going with this. What is the next big thing that Facebook have or Meta has? I'm gonna just call it Facebook. The metaverse. They've already put over $10 billion into the metaverse. How long is that going to take for it to even start showing positive? 3 to 5 years minimally. All right. So let's say 5 years. And so that's why I see Facebook as a falling knife. And me personally, I'm not getting into Facebook until it's at 198-ish, under $2. And that's when I'm going to even start. I know there's other price targets out there. At first I was looking at it at around 225, but I'm not touching it until it gets under $2. That's me personally. So let's look at Google, right? And let's look at Google. Let's look at Google over the last month. We know what happened to it. They knocked the ball out of the park. It ran up. I showed you guys the play that I got in after hours because they report at closing bell, right? When they talked about the split, I got in, wrote it up, took my money, and got out before opening bell the next day. And then, as expected, here's the cool off. That's why some of you guys were saying, well, why would you sell it? Because I knew a cool off was coming. So this was a swing play for me. So what do I think about Google? Here's why I would pick Google over Facebook. Because look at their ways to make money. 6 different ways Google makes money, right? Let's look at 1, Google Ads. 2, Google Cloud. 3, hardware, right? 4, Google Play Store. You guys are familiar with that. Look at this. How much people pay for these services, right? 5, YouTube premium content. 6, YouTube TV. So these are 6 ways that Google actually makes money. And when you guys see the commercial that comes on these YouTube videos, that's Google. That's how we make a living as YouTubers, and that's how Google makes their money. As a matter of fact, out of everything that's streamed to the TV, the only thing that is streamed to a television more than YouTube, which is Google, is Netflix. That is it. And so that's how strong Google is. So if I had to pick Google over Facebook, short term, I would pick Google. Over for the next 3 years, I would go with Google. This is me. Leave me a comment and let me know if you agree with this, or you say you're crazy, man. You should go with Facebook. But I'm telling you, this is what I see. So let me see what you think is the better route or the better choice between Google and Facebook. And finally, in closing, okay, this morning I talked about Mikev, and I didn't get into all of that. If you notice, I stayed away from it. The only reason why I brought it up right now is it's okay to disagree with him. I disagreed with him. He came to, he woke up one morning and said, I'm going to sell off, my $20 million portfolio. When you and we did it, last year. I said, hey, let's take profits. Let's start cashing up. So he was late. All right. And I'm not stepping on him. The only thing, and you have a right to disagree with him. I disagreed with him. I thought it was uncool the way he did it. What I was saying, I guess I'm preaching to the choir. What I was saying was, this man is getting death threats. That's when it goes too far. And there's a lot of suicide happening right now, good people, and it's just not worth it. If you disagree, and I know I'm talking to the fam, we don't get down like that. But this man, he's got a family. And with all of the suicide, there is, a friend of mine had a friend of, actually a family member that committed suicide because she couldn't have a child. You guys heard about the beauty pageant girl that committed suicide. I was in a recording session, and a dear friend of mine got a call that his niece committed suicide. So America, and not just America, this entire world is in serious mental trouble. And so we just have to pull back sometimes. And sometimes, man, Christians can be the worst, man, especially with these politics and this division. And you losing your way, you losing your call. How can you call you can't say you love God, and you can't say you love Jesus and not love his people just because you don't agree with him. So all this vitriol has just got to go. It's kind of disgusting to me. But we got to look out for one another, good people. That's all I'm going to say. Not going to say anything else about it. If you disagree, just pull back. Don't listen to them. But the threats and all of that, that's just going too far. We can't afford to lose anybody else, not during these times. Okay, good people. I love each and every one of you guys. And tomorrow is the meet and greet. I'll leave a link below. It'll say Larry Jones meet and greet. Make sure you check out all the links below. And as always, in parting, live, love, laugh, and learn. Sometimes I just get so tongue twisted. All right. I love you guys. Peace.